ladies, I am going to show you today how to make this card, and I'm also going to show you how to make this background here for the sky and create a little scene with some grass. There's a little technique, it's called masking, and I use sponging to create it, so I'm going to show you quickly how to make this card. This is the club card for this month, so all of the girls who are in my Stampers 10 Club will be getting this card to make themselves. Since I'm not allowed to stamp for them, they will need to root through their stash of stamps and either find a critter or a flower or something to create the scene. So I've got a couple samples to show you today, so let's get started. First, what you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of white cardstock. I stamped the giraffe from Wild About You in the More Mustard stamp colored ink. What you're going to do then is create the mask, and what you're going to do is stamp the same image on a post-it note and cut it out, which I've already done. Here's the cutout version. You are going to put it over top of your stamped image like that. I like to leave a little sticky here on the post-it note to sort of hold it in place. What you're going to need to create the sky is a scallop punch out of scrap paper. It can be a piece of cheap cardstock, it can be a piece of expensive. Any color will work, it just has to be a scrap. Then for this one I am taking Bashful Blue and a sponge. I wash them so it is stained, but it's still clean. What you're going to do is you're going to create the sky. I usually start from the top of the cardstock and work my way down, but all you do is you dab your sponge into the ink and go over the edge of the scallop. Move it down and do it again. And then you sort of move it all over, creating clouds for the background. So once you slide down a little more, you can sort of see the clouds are starting to take shape. A little bit more here. And I'm only going to go part of the way down because I'm going to have this little giraffe guy standing in the grass. So if I pull this up close to the camera, hopefully you'll be able to see the sky. Not sure how clear it is as I'm filming, but maybe if I zoom in a little bit, you can see the slight texture that creates the clouds for the sky. So once you're done that, you peel off your mask. That's why post-it notes are handy. Now, I gave everyone in the club a piece of this scrap Delicate Dots paper, which is the blue on one side and the green on the other. And all I did was I took my paper snips and I snipped into the edge all the way along like that to create the grass. And what you'll do is you will put the grass right on the edge like that to create the little scene. And then this gets matted on black, and I will stamp Wild About You in black up there. And then you get this card. Now this one I did with Pun Fun. I added the black brad and a little loop of ribbon. And here's the grass. This guy's standing in the grass. I colored him with Copic markers. However, you can do it with a single solid stamped image like this. Then I'm going to show you two other ones that I have. They're not colored or completed, but you'll get the idea. Here's one with flowers from Sweet Stems. I didn't do the masking or the creating, but you can see that you can have lots of options with this. So when you put the grass in front of it, you create a flower garden. And since this one is turned the other way and a little bit longer, there isn't room for the sentiment. Now, you don't have to cut out all the flowers. You can just cut out a little bit along the top and sort of work the grass in, because once you color the leaves, you won't see the clouds behind them. And if you color your flowers a darker color, like purple, you won't have to mask at all. So here's one. You can always stamp your sentiment down here or on the designer paper under here for the cardstock, on the actual card. So I have one more to show you. This one is our infamous Loads of Love stamp set, and I stamped the lady in the truck. I haven't colored her yet, but isn't she cute with the truck parked in the grass and some flowers? And I'm going to put the brad here and the loop of ribbon, and you'll see kind of how that looks on the card. I'm not going to actually assemble it for you. You guys know how to do that. And once I color her in and put the sky, I'll create the mask for the truck and the flowers like that with a post-it note and go around it with the sponge. And isn't that a cute card? This is such a simple card that has a really nice dramatic effect. Hope you learned something today. Thanks!